Hey guys, welcome back. We are back reacting to another episode of The Haunting of Bly Manor. This show is spooky, so get your brave pants on because we're diving deep. Okay, so last time I was kind of short on time, so I couldn't do like a longer discussion afterwards. So I thought I'd kind of just like recap the last episode and just what went down in that episode. So yeah. So The Haunting of Bly Manor so far seems very different than The Haunting of Hill House. The Haunting of Hill House, I think, was more like spooky, scary type show, like in your face, like I'm gonna scare you type crap. This is more like, I want to say subdued or like slow pace. I mean, obviously there's some super unsettling things. This kind of almost reminds me of like Hereditary, where there isn't a ton of jump scares in that. It's just the whole time you just feel uncomfortable. And this this show definitely makes you feel uncomfortable. But so we're following Danny. Danny's like the main character, I guess, played by Victoria Pedretti, I think is her last name. She's super great. She was in Haunting of Hill House, played a different character. She was in the show You, which watch the show You, especially season 2. I think she's fantastic in that show. But she gets a job as like an au pair, which is kind of funny considering her relation to an au pair in the show season 2, or in the show You season 2. But whatever, she's an au pair in this, going to take care of 2 young children in this fancy mansion because their parents died and their previous au pair died, and their uncle wants really nothing to do with them. But she seems to be running from something in her past, which I assume is the spooky, scary we see in the mirrors. I'm guessing that's like a lover that either died or she's just like running away from and is haunted by, like, maybe it's not an actual ghost but more of a metaphorical thing. Who knows? But we start off with the mom from last time, but she's a different character this time, and she's telling a ghost story. She had a remarkably similar accent to the gardener when she came into the show, and this is supposed to be present day, so maybe she's the gardener. That would be really cool to see. But so yeah, she seems to be running from something, and we're not sure what it is. It's something in her past. So she goes to this place, Bly Manor, to take care of these kids. Along the way, we meet Owen, who's played boy again. I keep saying that word wrong. He's played by the bad boy of Funhouse, Rahul Kohli. Rahul is fantastic. If you have not seen Rahul Kohli in anything, you need to fix yourself and check your history, because iZombie is top tier, baby. He's also been in Gears 5. He's in some episodes of like Supergirl. He's made a few appearances on the fantastic YouTube channel Funhouse, even though they've had tons of drama going down lately over there. But Rahul he's fantastic, and his Twitter is equally fantastic and weird and just like completely on brand for him. But he's great. He plays the driver slash the cook. He's got some stuff going on with his mom. She's like sick or something. Who knows? We're probably going to learn more about his past. We also meet the what is her name? The bald, dark-skinned girl. She's like another caretaker there, and is she like their teacher? I forgot if they did or didn't like define her role there. But she seems to be like haunted by some stuff in her past as well. She likes to stare off into space and light candles for the dead. So I assume we'll learn more about these characters as we go through, but I'm just kind of catching myself back up. These creepy kids who think everything is perfectly splendid. I'm like, this girl's so weird. The girl is weird, and the little boy, that kid's messed up. He's weird. Like, he's unsettling weird. I don't like him. And there's the little girl does this thing where she's always looking over Danny's shoulder, and that's weird. Like, every time these kids are on screen, they're doing something creepy, and I don't enjoy it. What else went down? There's a creepy man in a plague mask, the plague doctor guy. We'll see what his role is. He's probably more of a spooky scary. So yeah. So we meet the gardener as well. She seems pretty chill. I like her so far. She seems pretty tight with Owen. I feel like everybody's pretty tight with Owen. Someone keeps calling their house. We don't know what that is. There's a spooky man played by the brother from last show. He may or may not be a ghost. I don't know. There's a creepy little doll that the girl doesn't want to move from specific places. Who knows what's up with that? That could be creepy. There's a lady in a lake. There's lots of just things that were set up that are creepy that we haven't gotten any more info on. But then the episode ends with her following these wet footprints outside. The episode ends with Danny following these wet footprints outside, and then she turns around and looks in the window, and the kids are just staring at her creepily, and I hated it. But overall, I think it was a really solid first episode. I'm really excited to see what happens in episode 2, if they're gonna maybe introduce some more like jump scare spookies, or if they'll stick with the more subdued, low-key unsettlingness. Either way, I'm pumped to see more of like more of the staff. Like, I know it's only like the 3 or whatever people there, but I wanna get to know them more. I want to know why these kids are so creepy and messed up, because don't like them. And then I want to know like the history of what happened here. Like, there's obviously more to it, the lady in the lake, all that jazz. So be prepared. Before we jump into the actual episode, please consider leaving a like on the video, and please consider subscribing. That helps my channel so much, and I like it a lot. Hopefully this episode hopefully I won't have to make it like transparent or anything. The last one I had like one scene that I had to make transparent, but then my next like 3 or 4 videos after that, I had so much trouble getting them up. I think YouTube introduced some new copyright blocking system where like reactions to shows right now are just getting blocked like ASAP, like within seconds of getting uploaded. So we'll try and find a workaround if that happens. Hopefully I don't want to have to just show the intro and the discussion and then link to like Vimeo, because Vimeo only allows you to upload a certain amount like per week, unless you buy the super ultra plan, and don't have that kind of money. So hopefully, it might end up being where the source footage, like the episode, has to be slightly transparent. Apologies if that's the case, but that's just the way it is. So hopefully you still enjoy, but let's get into the episode.
The door got stuck.
Shut up, you liar.
It was stuck, and we couldn't get it open.
You're a horrible liar. I like your accent, but you're creepy. You trying to blame it on this doll right now?
Miles!
Ooh, that's how people get murdered.
But that's not fair.
What? You locked her in the room and then threw away that doll when your sister was about to explain some ish.
Now you finish mopping.
Yeah, now you'll finish
Sarah
mopping.
and I go get her doll back.
Rahul!
Excuse us, Owen?
What it do, baby?
Hi, Owen.
Hi, Owen.
Come on.
Hi, Rahul. Yo, can Rahul be in everything? Oh, yeah. The lights don't turn on, don't go down there. Rule number 1 in a place where the lights don't turn on, don't go there. Yo, that thing's sitting up. You're about to die. That's a spooky inside a doll. Ooh, more doll. That's from the trailer too. The doll's face is gonna move. Did she not notice all those dolls down there?
Look who I found.
Yeah, that's insane.
What's her name?
That kid just.
Miles?
Miles?
Are you okay?
Miles? He's always staring out the window? Is that his passion?
Send us into the swine. Let us
Hey.
enter them. So, he gave them permission. And the unclean spirits came out and
Wait, the
entered
pigs
the swine.
ran off a
And the
cliff.
herd rushed down the deep slope into the
That's
lake.
where anytime you watch a
drowned there.
show with like demons and they say we are legion, it comes from that story in the Bible. I think it's,
Three gospels,
is that Mark?
three slightly different.
They needed permission, the demons. Did they need it for the man?
It's not explicitly stated, but probably.
I want you to know that this room is a safe place for questions. No, not just about your studies, but anything you like. I'm here, as are the other members of the staff, so if you feel the need to talk, we'll listen.
This is a good dude. I like this guy.
None of this alone is all.
Also, now
Yeah,
indeed
indeed
have
of sorrow.
But I will
I'll
see
see
you
you
again,
again.
and your heart shall rejoice, and your joy no man shall take from you.
Good old Jesus. That's a ghost. That's definitely a ghost. That's a spooky. Or maybe he's just a regular painter. Every person that is not the main 5 people, I'm gonna just be like, that's a ghost. You gotta jump? Bruh. What are you doing? Did he just try and kill himself? Was that what he was trying to do? I suppose we'll figure it out, but that's a little messed up. Did he like his old teacher that much?
If you ever need anything, I'm here for you, mate. Okay?
Yo, this kid's the best. Him and the teacher, which means they're both probably gonna die. Miles has the big sad, and so he took a tumble on purpose out of that tree. Why are you fighting him? He was nice to you. Why? What if he actually killed him? Knocking him unconscious at least. Why?
Except the soul that's not yet conceived and the animals. Like Pidge over there.
Oh, that bird's gonna die.
They're the only innocents.
He's gonna kill that bird.
And it wasn't fair, was it? Why did the bad ones get to come back? Not them.
Well, see, the thing about heaven is, once you're there, you ain't ever leaving, bud. Heaven is so freaking dope that the thought of coming back down to earth, that's trash. You're like, no, screw that place. This is way better. Like, even if you love people, like if you're in heaven, your love for the Lord is far eclipses anything else you could possibly feel for anything. So there's your answer, Miles. They're not coming back because if they're in heaven, they like it way more there. Oh, spooky. Background spooky. That's a child. Is that Miles being all spooky? Or is that a different ghost boy? Yo, I've been watching so many Catholic things lately. Warrior Nun, Evil. Now this? What is up with Catholicism on Netflix? Ominous music. I knew that bird was gonna die. Miles. Yeah, come on. You know it was him. Yo, killing animals is a sign of being a future serial killer, so like if you've seen Dexter, you know this kid's gonna be messed up. Do birds go to heaven?
I'm sorry.
I know you are.
I don't know. That's a theological question I don't know the answer to.
Together, you
I'm
and I.
sorry. I didn't do worse. Cut off its head. Spread out the insides. Burn it. I'm sorry I didn't do worse.
What?
Right. Get Master Wingrave's uncle on the telephone, please.
Wasn't the right answer, pal. Why are you messed up? Quit being you. Why are you the way that you are?
I'm sorry, Father.
Only the letter from Flora,
Oh,
delivered
never mind
when
then.
he arrived, forgotten in the dormitory, would offer a possible clue
What's this
as to
say?
why he tried so hard
Come
to be
home.
sent home.
Is that why? She was lonely, so he did all this messed up stuff to come home? That's bad sign. House is falling apart.
What about the part where they locked her in a closet?
Oh,
Yeah.
You can't blame them for that.
What?
Given what
Excuse
the
me.
changes is expected.
You can't blame them for locking her in a closet. You absolutely can.
That shite works. Well, it worked on me. Look at me now. I'm a shining beacon of reform. Oh, thank God. You're a star.
He is a star. You're dang right.
On a scale of 0 to American, how would you rate her?
America.
Flora, you cleaned. How sweet of you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Put all your things
Cleaned
into
your room?
the chest of drawers.
Wow.
Are you cross with me?
Yeah. Those are the glasses of the spooky man. She ain't a fan of that. They're oh no, that's not broken. It's the thing, the part of them. They looked broken for a second.
You alright?
Yeah, what's up with you?
I cried 3, maybe 4 times a day around here. 5, if I'm really being honest with myself. How else do you think I keep all these fucking plants watered?
With my endless well of deep, inconsolable tears.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Anytime.
Right. Well, back to it then. Chin up, Poppins.
Like Mary Poppins? Nice. I like the gardener. She seems both her and Owen are very genuine.
Have a lovely afternoon, Jamie, darling.
Why you gotta say things like that, kid? Darling. Getting ready for a spooky. That's a mirror. I see the reflection. Where the spooky at? Senior Spooky. There he is. What it do, baby? Me and Senior Spooky are friends now. Comes around so often.
Too much of her come to take you away.
Who will?
The food police for assault and buttery.
Ha!
Oh my God. You're such a lovely man.
Yes, Rule. Get it.
Miss Clayton? Might I have a word?
No.
Yeah, sure thing.
In private.
I mean, typically when someone's like, hey, can I have a word with you? That means leave the room with them.
Wingrave residents.
Don't walk backwards like that. Freaking creepy kid. Don't appreciate it.
Hello?
Again? Nobody there again? What are you about to say? What are you about to do?
I think Flora just misses Miss Jessel terribly. So we play little games to keep her from feeling sad. It's such a draining thing. Dealing with children.
You're a children. You are a children. You need to stop it. I don't like you. This kid is the worst. I hate this child.
Little shit.
And you pulled out all the roses.
Little fucking shit. Hey, he's just a kid. I'm gonna kill him. So what's the big... They weren't ready to be cut!
Ooh, feisty. I like it.
Look,
I like it, Jamie.
have a way of doing...
That kid needs a swift backhand.
Where you were acting mental and I had to talk you down.
We can play a game.
Called Murder the Au Pair.
Hide and seek.
Okay, hide and seek, sure.
As long as you don't hide outside. It's dark as hell out there. As you turn off all the lights. Okay. Okay. I see you. I see you, Bly Manor. Being all spooky. That's a spooky. Spooky. You see it? That's a spooky. Don't follow it. That's bad. That's a bad idea. Ah! Just kidding. Just kidding. No, sir. No, sir, no, sir. Don't like that. Background ghosty. Who'd that be? That's the brother from the last show? This is from the trailer when she tells that ghost to shut up. Yeah, shut up. She's trying to hide. You're gonna give her away.
Jesus, Miles.
Got you.
Yeah,
I'm supposed to be looking
Jesus,
for you, and this wing
I
is
want
off.
you to stop counting, and it'll be your time to run and hide. I'll find you.
Ease up. Ease up.
Yo, Miles, you are absolute psycho, my dude. This kid, I hate this child with a fiery passion. I want Miles to die. Oh, background, ghosty boy. It's the brother. That's messed up. That's super duper messed up. Don't like that at all. That was creepy. That was super creepy. You don't go outside. That's like the worst move. Rule number 1, don't follow the ghosts.
The fucking police!
His background.
You're so good.
Good. Super good.
It's okay.
Miles
You're
is a
okay.
creepy
Okay,
boy.
He's awake. He's awake.
And he's probably friends with that guy.
He's awake.
Who you is, ghost man? I don't like the way you smile. Don't like it. End of the episode. Okay. Alright. Things are happening. things are happening in the show, and I'm not sure how I feel about them. I can hold the accent for a little bit, and then sometimes it slips out on certain words. I can't keep it going. Right. So, this show is a little bit... I also drift in between British and Australian and Irish and New Zealand and all these accents. And my friggin... I don't know why. My friggin' camera is just stay at a normal thing, please. Stay. My camera keeps like drifting down. It's just on a thing on my phone. So if that happens, I don't know. Okay, so this episode furthered the creepiness, especially furthered my dislike for this creepy ass kid Miles. He should die. When he got sick or whatever at the end of the episode, I was like, hell yeah, this kid can die. This kid's weird. I don't like him at all. So we start off like right at the beginning. She's telling them off for being horrible children and trapping her in the closet, which may be symbolic. Who knows? She's stuck in the closet with the ghosty man at the beginning of the episode. And then Flora is about to dish some secrets with this little doll thing, and then Miles chucks it down in the basement. And it's like, yo, Miles, quit being a little bitch. Miles sucks. Anyway, she goes to get the doll, and then a ghosty doll turns its face from the trailer. Remember that. This house has a weird obsession with dolls. I don't know why. And then we learn... I guess we don't necessarily learn stuff about Miles. We get some background on Miles, where he was in this boarding school, this Catholic boarding school. And, you know, his parents have died, his au pair's died. He's struggling, probably. He's a little depressed. He's got the big sad. And he probably doesn't know how to handle it super well. But he has a positive influence in Father, what's his face? Father Cardin? Father whatever? Father Stack. That was the guy's name, I think. This dude's an absolute bro. You know, he's being like, hey man, whatever you got questions about, I'm here for you. He's telling stories about demons going into things, which nothing is ever unimportant in these shows. So like if they brought up the story of Jesus casting demons out from a person into pigs, you know, that's probably important to remember for the rest of the season. So it's also he's asking some very interesting questions too. Like, did the man have to ask permission for this demon to come into him? Probably at some point. I believe that's like a thing. Actually, I don't know if that's ever explicitly stated in the Bible that you need to ask them or like give them permission to come in. It's like vampires, you know, they can't come into your house without permission. But yeah, so Jesus casts the demons into these pigs, and they run off a cliff and die. This is pretty much what any demon story where they're like, if you've ever watched a show or a movie where there's demons involved, they're possessing someone or whatever, and they use the phrase like, we are legion, that is directly from that book of the Bible. I believe that's Mark. I mean, I guess he said they this story happens in Matthew, Mark, and I think he said John. But no, he said I think he said Luke and Mark and John. It happens in it's described in multiple books of the Bible. But yeah. So anytime you hear that, like what was it? Ghost Rider 2 or whatever, when he goes to the desert thing and there's all these demons and there's like, we are legion, for we are many. That is in reference to that. Little biblical knowledge for you. but he was asking some interesting questions, like, are animals animals are innocent? Like, did the pigs have to, or was it unfair that he put the demons in the pigs? Like, that's interesting question. Don't have the answer to that. And then this kid dive bombs out of this friggin' tree, because of course he did. He's got the big sad. And his friend Hooper, is like, hey man, I don't know why you jumped out of that tree. I'm sure you got your reasons, but I'm here for you as a friend. He even let him sleep on the bottom bunk. Like, you don't just do that. I don't know. Well, I don't know why he wouldn't want to sleep on the top bunk anyway. The top bunk is best bunk. But he's like, I'm here for you, whatever you need. And then the next day, he's like, I'm gonna beat the shiz out of this kid. Like, picks this kid for no other reason than he knows him. And he's like, they seemingly hang out a lot, but he's like, I'm gonna turn on this kid ASAP. Now, we did learn that Miles got a note from his sister, and we're wondering, like, I kind of didn't think about the note after he got it. We just knew that he got a note from Flora. But then, yeah, he's talking with the father about beating up this kid, choking him out, and then he mentions his bird, and I was like, that bird's gonna die. And what do you know? He super kills the bird, breaks its neck, and then he gives it to him. He's like, look, like a cat. He's like, look what I did. And so he's trying to do these things, trying to get on the father's and the headmaster's poor side, bad side, so he can get expelled and go home, because Flora sent him a note that was just a picture of her and Hannah, and I think him, maybe Owen, that said just come home. So he gets sent home because he's like, yo, I'm sorry I didn't kill everybody in this school. That's not what he said, but he would have definitely escalated this. If they wouldn't have sent him home, he definitely would have killed one of these students. I'm surprised he didn't, honestly. But yeah, gang. We get some more just fun little moments with the rest of the staff. These guys are awesome. Flora breaks into Danny's room and cleans it for some reason. Who knows why? And she's like, yo, bruv, I found these dope glasses. Which I'm guessing those glasses belong to Senior Spooky. Because Danny goes out and has a panic attack. There's something, I don't know what the deal is with Senior Spooky. So, Senior Spooky, that's just what I'm calling him now. And my camera's drifting down again. Senior Spooky is either a dead former lover of Danny, that she's like incapable of dealing with the grief or whatever of this man dying, or alternative theory time, or Senior Spooky is like an abusive partner or something that she's running away from for maybe that sole reason or other reasons beyond that. But there's something more to this. But if he was like abusive, I don't know why she'd keep his glasses. So I think I'm erring more on the side of he's a dead former lover. Maybe he was not nice and then she killed him. But why is she keeping his glasses? I don't know. Senior Spooky's glasses are in her bag. Maybe they were just left over. Who knows? She didn't know they were there. Maybe that's why she had a panic attack. They were just like in a suitcase and she forgot about them or something until this kid found them. But Jamie, the groundskeeper, calms her down. That's nice. Owen's cooking food. Miles is just continually creepy. He's like, yo, let's go talk in the hallway. He's like, don't you hate dealing with children? And then he like puts her hair behind her ear and it's like, yo, this kid is gonna kill you. Like, I don't know how this kid has not been institutionalized at this point. He's insane. This kid is a future serial killer. Like 100% no doubt about it. He kills animals. He probably tortures them in his free time. He's getting in fights randomly at school. He's like hitting on, I mean, granted, she's smoking. Just incredibly beautiful. But this little like 11-year-old kid is like, yo, putting the moves on her. But he's not doing it in a way where you're like, you watch it and you're like, dude, this kid's fresh. This kid is smooth as hell. You're watching it and you're like, this is unsettling. I need you to stop. My camera keeps drifting down and I don't know why. It needs more moral support, I think. Yeah, but he's being creepy still again and I don't enjoy it. Yeah. And then he goes and cuts up the roses like some little piece of trash. And Jamie's about to beat the crap out of it. She's about to kill him. Deservedly so. She's like, you're about to die. And Danny talks her down. I see a budding friendship between those two. Or more. Who knows? And then Hannah's still weird. There's something more going on with her. Where she doesn't want to eat. She's seeing cracks in the house. Don't know. Episode kind of ends with this whole hide and seek sequence, right? So these kids run and hide, and Danny's trying to find him. A ghost lady walks behind. Looked like maybe Lady of the Lake, possibly someone else. Flora hides in the attic or the basement. I think it was the attic. But there's like a ghost from the trailer. There's a ghost person behind her. And as she's humming this song, the ghost is kind of moving like ghost zombie thing. And she's turned around and it's like, shh, shut up. You're going to give away my spot. Like she's just unfazed by this ghost, which means there's some more weird, creepy-ish going down, or she sees ghosts all the time. And then, yeah. Danny is in the creepy West Wing or whatever, the Forbidden Wing where the parents lived. And this music box dropped and it's playing. And it's like, yeah, you know a ghost did that or that creepy boy. And then he pops up behind her and he's like putting her in a chokehold. And he's like, now it's time for you to hide. Nah. And she's like, all right, game over. You're a butthole. Like, shoot this kid in the face. You know, I'm almost always on the side of like compassion. I feel like in real life, I'm always on the side of like, all right, maybe we should seek our better natures in this situation. You know, I'm a romantic at heart, but you know, this kid can get straight clapped. Just dome this kid. I hate him. Anyway, she's trying to find him. And then another Senior Spooky appears in the window. So the brother from the last series, he's playing like an angry, creepy ghost, like that with a creepy smile. And I don't like it. He's got a gross smile. Like he's you know from the last show of Hill House, the little girl that was afraid of the Mr. Smiley when he's like that's the way he's smiling in the thing. He's just like, and it's just like, you need to quit it with that. And of course, like standard American white woman, she grabs a poker stick and she's like, I'm gonna go have a talk with this thing. I'm gonna ask to speak to its manager. And she goes out there and she's like, I'll call the police. And it's like, what is that gonna do? This man is clearly haunting you. You're gonna call the police? Come on. She looks back, kid's in the window. He's like, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. And collapses. And you're like, all right, cool. You can die, that's fine. Although he'd probably just become another ghost in this house. And if he's creepy now, imagine how creepy he'd be as a ghost. And then she's fixing this kid. And the kid looks up, and the creepy man's back in the window going, and it's like, y'all need to stop. Like, this isn't, it's not, like jump scare, spooky scaries. It's like, it's more just creepy, just the unsettling things. Like, I think the creepiest part of this show so far is Miles, and just how gross he is. Every time this kid talks, I'm like, I want to shoot you in the face. You know, the sister, she's got some creepy tendencies, like some unsettling tendencies. She says some stuff and you're like, that's a little messed up. Are you being haunted? She's way too comfortable with ghosts or zombies or dead body, whatever that thing was. She's way too comfortable with it. But she's still like a cute little girl. Like, she's nice, seemingly. She talks in a normal fashion, other than when she's like, everything's perfectly splendid. Like, for the most part, she seems to talk in a normal cadence, without hint of malice or anger or creepiness, I guess, in her voice. But every time Miles speaks, every single time this kid says a word, it's like, I'm going to kill you in your sleep, Danny. It's like the creepiest thing. Like, like, isn't it terrible dealing with children, Danny? Darling. Jamie, darling. Kill him. Take that poker stick and beat this kid's skull in. I'm gonna get put on like some sort of list for for what I'm saying about this kid. But he deserves it. He's awful. Hannah, yeah, we talked about Hannah. She's got some messed up stuff she has not dealt with, clearly. Jamie's dope. Like her a lot. Owen, Rahul. I feel like I'm not gonna call him Owen. You know, him as Rahul or Ravi is still just so synonymous in my brain as that person. Like, I cannot call him Owen yet. I'm digging his stash. I should shave everything except for the stash. That'd be sweet. Yeah, the other co-workers, they're pretty cool so far. Danny she's all right. She's not like, she's not as cool as any of the other characters Victoria Pedretti has played. She was awesome as Nell. I thought Nell was a incredible character from Haunting of Hill House. Love from You, she was really good in that. She'll be in season 3, I guess, as well. So, I saw Rahul Kohli. He is going to be in Flanagan. What's his first name? Mike Flanagan. He's going to be in his next series, so that's pretty dope. Rahul's the man, the bad boy of Funhouse, keeping it real, keeping it loose. It's so funny. So he's been taking all these like professional, like, he's a professional actor, so he's obviously always taking like photo shoot type pictures or whatever, but he's been posting them on Twitter, and people are just posting all these, thirsty comments after him, and he just responds with the same gif every time, which I assume is from this show, when it's just him and he's just like, Christ. And it's so funny that he just finds these thirst tweets about him and just responds the same way to all of them. It's wonderful. But I don't know what else I have to say about this episode. Let me know down below what you thought of this episode. Are you excited for this, the rest of this show? What do you think is... Actually, I shouldn't ask, like, what do you think? Because that's the trouble with shows that drop on, like, Netflix, is they drop all at once. And it's very difficult to be like, hey, what do you think is going to happen? Because everyone's already binged it. Everyone's seen the whole thing. I'm watching like one episode a week roughly, and everyone else already knows what's going to happen, so I can't just ask, what do you think is going to happen? Because you've already seen it. That's why I like when these shows are dropping weekly, because then I can be like, yo, what do you think's gonna happen? And you legitimately don't know. Look at the camera is drifting down again. You can see half the bed. What do you think about these creepy ass kids? Do you want Miles to die as much as I do? Because I want this kid dead in the ground ASAP. He can F off for all I care. Flora, she can stay. She's nice. She's creepy, but she's nice. Miles is just upsetting. What do you think of the rest of the staff? What do you think about Creepy Man in the window? What about Ghost Lady in the back? Plague Doctor? What you think is going down with them? Do they like being in this house? Do they think Miles is creepy? Are these ghosts sitting there watching Miles talk to people and like, dude, you need to chill? Yeah. Whatever you want to comment about, drop it down below. I'll hit the little heart saying I love it, and I'll maybe respond to it. I think that's all I got. If you liked my reaction, please leave a like on the video. That honestly helps so much. Like, I don't think you guys realize how much that helps the algorithm and helps my videos get seen more. Please like the videos. Subscribe if you really liked what you saw. If you're new here, I react to tons of shows, mainly TV shows. Some trailers when they come out. Not a whole lot of movies right now. Once movies start like coming back in theaters, I want to do movie reviews, but we're seeing what happens with that so far. Haven't put any reviews out there, but maybe. Might do some gaming stuff down the road. Who knows? Yeah, but if you're interested in anything else, I've reacted to tons of shows already. Playlists are in the channel. So subscribe if you want to see more for that. If you want to see Mandalorian Season 2 reactions, subscribe to that. I've reacted all of Season 1. Yeah. Gang. That's all I got. I don't know why I'm still talking. Peace.